A very good morning to one and all. In the previous session of this subject, we have discussed about the K-map using SOP, POS as well as including don't cares. Lastly, we have also discussed about the 5 variable K-map, 6 variable K-map and so on and so forth, or n variable K-map. If you observe that if you go beyond the 5 variable or 6 variable in a K-map, it is very difficult to observe and visualize the minterms and the implicant in the K-map, and it would be very difficult to solve the K-map if it is a 5 variable or even if a 6 variable, 7 variable and so on and so forth. So there is another method which is known as Quinn-McClellancy, a tabular method. This method is very familiar as far as the programmers are concerned. Why? Because this method is directly can be used to have systematical algorithm in a computing programming. You can write down the program to solve any Boolean function using the method. So there is no constraint in terms of number of variable. You may having a n number of variable, still it is possible to solve the function using this tabular method. Shortly we will call as a tabular method. So in this lecture we will first discuss what is this tabular method. Then we will discuss how to use this tabular method to find out the prime implicant, and later on we will discuss how to figure out or finding the essential prime implicant from the given prime implicant. During course of this learning, in this session we will also discuss about the implicant, or I mean to say term notation method. There are 3 different methods by which you can represent the terms or implicants, which are known as a full variable form, a decimal form, it is also in some of the literature known as a cellular form, or 10 dash form. So using any of the 3 method, you can represent the implicant in tabular method. But out of these 3, this decimal form of notation is very tricky and handy to use this tabular method. We will explore all these 3, and I will let you know in the session about all these 3 methods, and you also agreed upon that this decimal form of notation is very useful and handy in tabular method. We will start the session using one example. Systematically we will solve the Boolean expression using tabular method. We will try to finish out this step 1. It comprises n number of step depending upon the complexity of function. Thank you.